Welcome to the Tristan Dunn Show. I am your host, Tristan, and I am a sad Carolina Panthers fan. One thing that me and my brother talked about a lot going into this season, he is also a Panthers fan, is uh, we couldn't figure out if we were being homers or not. Meaning, like, is this our team, and that's why we think we're going to be that good, or are we just that good? Well, apparently we were homers after all. Um, if you've been living under a rock and you're listening to this podcast, which I hope you have, I would hope you have heard about this. Christian McCaffrey is no longer a Carolina Panther. Um, and it sucks, man. There's one thing about the Panthers, like they always seem to we draft very, very well, especially rounds like 1 through 3. We always seem to hit on it, but we just can never do anything with it. And Christian McCaffrey is just another example of that. And I don't know, man. It sucks. This is literally the life of a Panthers fan. Like we did it with Cam, we did it with Luke Kuechly. Um, I wouldn't. I don't know. We draft really well, and it goes to waste. One thing I'm happy about. I'm happy for Christian. He went to a really good situation with a chance to compete and a chance to win a Super Bowl ring. I will be rooting for him. Because I mean, hell, where am I at? Root for these guys just that sucks. Fade the Panthers. I don't care how big the spread is on the other side. Bet against them. Going into this week, the spread was, I think, 11 playing the Bucks. And on the coaches call show, I told Z, I said, "Bro, you need to take the other side. Take the Bucks. Take the Bucks. Take the Bucks." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. They're professionals." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand how bad we are, and we are that bad." After the McCaffrey trade, um, apparently the McCaffrey trade was only worth 2 points to Vegas, which I mean, so it got taken off the books, put back on the books, and now the spread is 13. I'd still take it. Bucks might win by I think I said on the coaches call show they'll win by 24. So I still Christian, and that was with Christian McCaffrey, by the way. So like Christian being gone just makes it worse. It might be 31 now. They couldn't move the ball to begin with. So now I just ran into at the gas station. I ran into a buddy of mine, Kyle, and he listens to the show, which is very, very cool, and I appreciate that, Kyle. We got to talk for a few minutes, and Kyle understands kind of what I mean when I say it's weird. Uh, Doing a podcast and having people listen to you, because Kyle did the same thing a few years ago. And he still does it now with Twitch, and he started streaming and playing video games. And if that's something you like, you can also go over to Twitch and subscribe to Kyle. I think his I think his username is Saint Little Bear. I'm sure he would appreciate it. He said he's getting ready to get back on the grind with that. But we were talking, and it's like it's kind of weird. Like you start making content like this, and people actually listen, and whether good or bad, like, and that's the thing. Like I've had a few people like text me and not I wouldn't say talking shit. They're not talking shit, but like it's almost like they poke fun at it in a way. Like, haha, it's kind of funny that you're doing that and you're funny to listen to. Or um but I mean, good or bad, it's just kind of interesting that people are listening. So yeah, because when I started this, I'm gonna talk while I load this up. When I started this, I didn't really expect to get a whole lot out of it. Um, I didn't know people were gonna listen, and so like when people started listening, it was really cool. So I say all that to say thank you for listening. And I'm going to this week, we are going to add another element to our picks. So we start the week off 0-1. Thursday night football has been rough for us the last 3 weeks. I think we've missed on every single pick. Um, if you watched the last show though, we went 1-1 on the picks I gave. I gave Saints +3, which that looked really good early. I don't know what the fuck happened. Andy Dalton happened. That's what happened. And then I had the over 20 and a half first half. That did hit. So I think we were down. if you played it to the unit that size that I told you to play it to, I think we were down about somewhere around like 0.85 of a unit, something like that. So it happens. So we got basketball tonight, and that is something that like here soon we're gonna start talking about basketball. NBA. I love betting NBA. I guess I'm a Hornets fan, but it's not like the Panthers. Like I support the Hornets because they're the home team. I'll go to a Hornets game occasionally, but overall, like I could give a shit less if the Hornets win or lose. Like, I mean, I want them to win. And like last year when they were doing really well, I think the last 2 years they made the play-in tournament and they've lost both fucking times. And then teams they probably shouldn't have even lost to. Like LaMelo was playing out of his freaking mind last year and just they still lost. So I mean, that's the life of a Charlotte sports fan. We just sometimes we get so close, but yet we're still so far. Okay, let's get started. So we got Browns versus Ravens. We got Cleveland traveling to Baltimore. The spread is 6.5. Over under is 45.5. I really like the under in this game. I think there's some weather going on up north. I need to look into that before I take a total, but I really think that there's something going on with the weather up north, like snow or rain, cold rain, something. Because I think there's a chance for snow for the Monday night football game, which is Chicago going to New England. And that's somewhat in the same area. So the other element that I'm going to add to this is we're going to look at betting handles as we do this. So I'm going to make it quick. I'm not going to like explain it or nothing, but something interesting to note is Cleveland is getting a lot of sharp money in this game, like a lot of sharp money. And I think that's kind of weird. But I say that to say I'm taking the Browns at home. I'm sorry. I'm taking the Ravens at home. I think the Ravens need a bounce back win bad. Like they should not have lost last week to the Giants. And so I think Lamar goes out and I think he takes care of business in this AFC North matchup. So next we got the Colts traveling to Tennessee to play the Titans. I'm pretty sure these two have already played once this year. And the Titans, I think it was week 2, and the Titans beat the Colts. I think I gotta lean on the Titans in this one. Because I think the Titans have finally figured out how to win football games again. How would they do that, might you add? Just give the freaking ball to Derrick Henry. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Ryan Tannehill just needs to not lose the game. That's all they need to do. And I think that's the only reason he has not been benched yet from Malik Willis is just because they finally figured out just to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and they would be okay. So I'm taking the Titans in this one. The Colts freaking suck. So Matt Ryan played the game of like a game of his life last week. I don't see him doing it again. I'm not gonna make this pick, but of course we know who I'm going with. I'm going with the Bucks over the Panthers. Like it's not really rocket science there. I really like the under in that game. If I was to bet it. So the under's at 39.5. And I think let's see what the money looks like on that game. A lot of yeah, so the money's coming in on the under. So nice to know I'm in line with that. Like I saw something where a lot of people were betting the Panthers money line, and I'm like, just take your money and light it on fire. Like that would be a better decision than fucking betting the Panthers. All right, so we're not gonna bet that game, but I'm gonna write it down because the pool that I play in outside of this, one week I forgot to write it down, and it was the week they actually freaking won the Panthers, and I picked them to beat the Saints, and it counted as a loss for me because I didn't send it in, and it was because like as I write them down, this is all I do is like I'll go on this and I'll send this to my guy, and I was missing a game that sucked. All right, the Atlanta Falcons are traveling to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. So this one's interesting for a number of reasons. And I said it on the coach's call show, and wow, Atlanta is getting a lot of, oh, man. I'm going to do it. I'm taking the Falcons. A lot of people are going to be like, what? When you see this kind of number, I'm taking the Falcons. So I said it on the coach's call show. I said, I really think the Bengals are going to get back on track, and Atlanta is not going to cover the spread. They're going to lose the game. I don't think that's the case anymore. I'm looking at the money. So this is why I added an element to this picking, because I was really just kind of picking, not blind, but I was picking who I just thought was going to win. It's really not that simple whenever you've been in the space for like a little while and you start looking at betting percentages and handles of money, and it will make you change your opinion. And then like sometimes you see certain numbers like what I'm looking at right now on Atlanta, and you just know you should probably be betting Atlanta. And that's what we're going to do. We're taking the Falcons in this game. They're going to upset Cincinnati on the road. I wouldn't even call it an upset. Atlanta's been playing well this year. So next, we got the Detroit Lions traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. This will be Dak Prescott's first game back. I think, and they're going to cover this -7 too, by the way, and it's plus money on my book. I really think they cover the -7, and it's not. I just think that there's been Dak's heard all this talk about quarterback controversy, and like, oh, when Dak gets back, he's going to get replaced by Cooper Rush. And I think Dak goes out and freaking balls. He's like, you're going to replace me with that guy? No, that's not happening. So I think he's going to go out and just donkey dick the Lions at home, might I add. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers. Oh, I lost my place. We got the Green Bay Packers traveling to Washington to face the Commodores. Old people are so funny. They always say that name wrong, and I just say it wrong on purpose because it's funny. The Washington Commanders. The Packers are traveling to Washington to play the Commanders, and I love Washington, man, in this game. And I said it on the coach's call show. The money also agrees, and give me Washington to win this football game. I think there's turmoil in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers does not have a good wide receiver, and it shows. It's just a bunch of new guys. Their offense is struggling. The Commanders' defense they're not great, but they're decent. And I really think so if Washington does not just outright win this game against Green Bay, they're going to cover the 4.5. And that's going to be a game that I bet on. I'm going to put this on TikTok, and it seems like every time I put something like this on TikTok, I fucking lose the bet. But I don't care. It's going on TikTok. Commanders plus 4.5. That's the play this week. That might be the whale play this week. All right. New York Giants traveling to Jacksonville. This is one of those games there's always a few during the week, and there's another one on here too that we'll get to, but there's always a few that like you look at it and you're like, that's kind of weird. This is one of those games that I looked at and I said, this is really kind of weird. I'm taking Jacksonville in this game. So the reason that it's weird to me on just paper, so the Jags are favored by 3 points in this game. Why are the Jags? And matter of fact, I might bet this line tonight as a matter, because I don't want it to change. Or I get up pretty early on Sunday mornings if I'm off, and I am. So I'm gonna probably bet that -3 for Jacksonville. I might buy it down to 2.5 for the simple fact of which I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna buy it down to 2.5 simply because I'm not gonna sweat a whole game for a push. That's not something that I'm in the realm of wanting to do. So I'm taking Jacksonville. So the Giants, they're 5-1. keep hitting this cord, and I wish I would stop. It's sensitive for some reason. But the Giants are 5-1. They keep beating teams that they're not supposed to beat. They went to London with like no wide receivers, beat Aaron Rodgers. They came back home, played Lamar Jackson, beat Lamar Jackson. And then they just had a bunch of other wins throughout the season. They keep covering, they keep winning. And it's like, what in the hell is happening here? Now, all of a sudden, they're traveling to Jacksonville, a team who was kind of hot at the beginning of the year, but they've really kind of been not hot. They've lost to the Texans. They lost to the Colts last week, and which they should have won. And the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't dogs. That's kind of weird. And I think Vegas wants you to jump on the Giants. They want you to hit the Giants money line. They want you to hit the Giants +3. I'm not falling for it. Give me Jacksonville. You heard it here first. Give me Jacksonville. All right. And then we go to the 4:00 games. We got Houston traveling to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. So this is one of those games where I think the Raiders win, but they do not cover. I love the Houston Texans to cover this game. I think it's way too many points. They're giving you a touchdown to a Raiders team that can't beat anybody. So give me all the points versus the Raiders. I'll probably buy it to a hook, 7.5, just so I don't have to sweat a push and call it a day. So yeah. So here's the other game that, okay, it's not as fishy anymore. It was fishy. I think this game opened with the Denver Broncos favored over the Jets, I think. And I say that, and I want to make sure, because like I don't like giving out false information. Like I don't want to sit here and just talk out of my ass. So let's go look at line movement. It did. Oh yeah, it definitely did. Okay, so I am right. This game opened with Denver as 7.5-point favorites at one point. Yes, I'm looking at it right here. So, wait, I'm sorry. Let me look at something else. October 11th. When was that? 10/22. What's today? So that was at the very, very beginning of the season. I guess you could have put a bet in then. So I think this game opened up around the Broncos were still favored, but it was like 3.5, and still it's wrong. Like it really just it's that simple. It's wrong. The Jets should be favored in this game. The Jets are going to freaking mollywop the Denver Broncos, in my opinion. Yeah, give me the Jets. I don't know if they cover. I don't even care if they cover, but I think they win. Freaking the Broncos suck. Like I will bet against the Broncos every week. Every single week. I see it at the pay window. So give me the Jets in that one. Let's see. All right. So this line has moved on this next game a little bit. Not a whole lot. I think it's moved 1.5, about 1.5, 2 points. The Christian McCaffrey trade has moved this line. And I don't think it should have. And I'll explain why. Christian just got there. He's gonna be involved. Yeah, you get the ball to him. He's gonna be Christian McCaffrey. We're talking about the Chiefs versus the 49ers, by the way. I'm taking the Chiefs in this game. If this was next week, give me the 49ers. It's not so much that I'm fading the Niners as much as it is like, yeah, they got Christian. He's not going to be ready. He's just not. It's like when the Panthers went and got Cam week 11 last year. He wasn't ready. Like, he played, he had a damn impact too, but that's not the point. Christian's going to have an impact. He's going to play. They're not going to win this football game. Not against the Chiefs. Give me Give me the Chiefs. I even think it's at 1 now. I think the Chiefs cover the 1. I think I'm gonna hit the money line. This would be a game that I bet the Chiefs on definitely, and I might be dead ass wrong. As a matter of fact, before we move off this game, I do want to look at the money on this game. I waited purposefully till Saturday to do this show because um we get updated lines. We get like because when you do these shows on Thursday, it's kind of it's too far out from Sunday. So yeah, and see, and the money agrees. Chiefs are gonna win this game. So I mean, I like the Chiefs here in this spot. Now we got the Seahawks going to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. I like, oops, sorry, I wanted to check my time. So I don't know what I like in this game. This is one of those games I will not bet. I will not be playing this game. Like, which Chargers team are we going to get? Which Seattle team are we going to get? But for the sake of the show, I have to make a pick. And God, I don't want to do it. The problem with this game is like I think this. So number one, I like the over in this game. I definitely like the over in this game. It's at 50.5. I think these teams are going to be in a shootout in a track sprint in this game. The money like Seattle +5. I also like Seattle +5. I said it on the Coach's Call show. Give me Seattle money line. Or damn it. I didn't want to pick it, but I did. The only problem is I feel like if we see vintage, I say vintage like he's old, but like if we see like Justin Herbert from last year, the Seahawks are going to lose this game, and it's really just that simple. Oh man, we got some trash freaking primetime games, guys. I mean, just trash. All right, we got the Steelers going to Miami. We're not gonna spend too much time on this. Give me Miami to win. I think the Steelers could cover though. I will say that it's 7.5. Tua's first game back. Might be a little. I like the under. Definitely like the under in this game, but I think we'll see. But give me Miami to win, but I don't think they cover. No, Monday night's kind of intriguing because you got the Patriots are kind of on the come up. Give me the Bears +9. I don't know if they're gonna win. That's as a matter of fact, before we get any further, let's look at the money. See where the money's going. Yeah. See, money likes Bears. I said on the Coach's Call show, I like the Bears. So I do think I do think the Patriots win. I think the Patriots win, but the Bears are going to cover this +9, and I'm going to tell you why. Mac Jones, overrated. Mac Jones is so fucking overrated. I don't. Give me the Patriots to win, but give me the Bears to cover the Monday Night Football. All right, guys, we got to do good this week, and I think we will. Our total record right now is 46, 43, and 1. So I'm gonna bid you farewell after this. Join the Coach's Call Discord. Like right now. And the Discord's popping today. My phone's been buzzing ever since I started the show. People are in there literally making money. You got Amart in there betting $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 tickets, and that's no bullshit. Like real talk. You join the Discord, you'll see it. Like he posts his tickets, he posts his wins, he even posts his losses. You got other guys in there. You got guys that regularly bet 500, 800. You got guys, and it's okay. Listen, I don't even bet that much. Like I bet $35 sometimes. And that's what I was doing today. It was just kind of like $35 here, $35 because like I don't like college football. Like I always just get so screwed in college football. That being said, it doesn't matter how much you bet. Just come have fun. Come learn. Maybe we can build your bankroll to get to where you can bet more. That being said, I'm going to bid you farewell. I'm going to take a bow. and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for listening.